So as you can see, there is not much of a difference. We just have very slight, subtle color differences, and that's exactly what we want. But as you can see, because it is so slight, you can see it more on the black and white one. But like the warmer one, anything that was warm, the glazing really just enhances the color underneath. Same with the blue undertones. If you're gonna put a blue or a cooler color on top of the blue, it's really just going to enhance the underpainting a little bit more. Anything that is a little bit warmer put onto a cooler color will kind of neutralize it a little bit. And adding black is just going to make the color a little bit darker, but it's not going to take the color away. All right, so another thing that you can do is the in-between colors. I'm going to use a slightly larger filbert brush for this. And I'm just going to mix together a little bit of an orange pigment. And we're going to add glaze to it and do the same thing. Ooh, did you see that? Got some blue in there. Hopefully it won't make that much of a difference, but anyhow, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I'm going to do an orange in between here. And it's definitely very yellow, and that's okay too. It's slightly more orange than the yellow we used. I'm going to put that maybe here. This you can really tell by using a larger brush, you get a lot more pigment in the paintbrush, so it is a lot darker in color. And if I add a little bit of black to that pigment, it's just going to darken it. And remember, this black has blue in it, so it really is kind of changing it to kind of like almost like an olive green color. So I guess the next question you might have is, what if there's not enough variation? Like, what if the colors are not vibrant enough? Let it dry, and then you will apply another layer of glaze. And you can even kind of cross your layers of glaze as well. Like, for instance, when this dries, if I wanted to, I could do a blue going this way or that way, or whatever I decide to do. So let me give you the example. I'll use this red. And keep in mind though that nothing has really dried yet, so I may run the risk of pulling some paint up. Let's see here. This might be the best one because it's pretty dry. So let's pretend that I have my first layer of glaze done, and the next day I want to go back and add a different color, like a red on top of all of these. So yeah, I mean, it is changing it a little bit, but I didn't let this dry either. It would have looked even better if I gave it a night. Violet is one of those that can, depending on how much red you use or how much blue you use, you can either get a warmer color and a cooler color. So why don't we check on this? I'm going to mix a red with just a tiny bit of blue. And make it more of a violet, looks more like a crimson almost. I'm going to bring it down here actually so you guys can see it a little bit better. And I think I'm going to do this one up here so you can see what it looks like on top of a blue. And if I wanted to do more blue with a little bit of red, this would look really good in shadows. Do you always have to use these three colors for glazing? No, not at all. That's why it's really important to kind of figure out the exact right colors for your entire painting before even going into this. You may not even use like all three primary colors in some sense. Like for instance, you may have a painting that is all reds and all blues or a little bit magenta, And you may not need yellow at all for the entire piece. So you can just get rid of that glaze idea with the yellow altogether. So really it's good to go into Canva, source and swatch out what colors you're going to need for your painting, and then keep those in mind for your color glazing at the end. Okay, so this one would look really nice in the shadows of here, even though we're using the same colors of the red and the blue, just in this one we have more blue than red. I'm pulling that all the way out so you can kind of see what it looks like on the white paper, just alone as well. And I'm going to pull it all the way across so you can see. And this one I will put next to the one up here. And this one I'm going to do right here. And pull it off a little bit to the side so you can see. Okay, so that is pretty much color glazing. It's just kind of adding in those final colors that you need for your piece.